Okay, so the next setup is going to be the tuner box. So before we go into showcasing anything else, I'm going to show you where all the potential locations could be. One is, I believe, over here. It could be a little further on, but I believe it's right over here. Another one is like right where Fort St. Kudo is. This is the best one you want to try and get. Another one is like way down here. This is the worst one, probably the worst one by far. And another one is around these docks. I'm not 100% sure where, but I'm pretty sure it's down those docks. Okay, so now that we've gone over all the ways of doing it, let's talk about how you can potentially do this. So the first thing I'd say is, if you have a partner, once you've started the setup, him go straight to the location, and then you follow along. That's the first impression in my head, really. That's the first thing I can say. Let's see where our location is for this one. Okay, so what I'd say for this is, the first thing I'd suggest you have is something weaponized, but it's not crucial. You don't really need the weaponized vehicle, but it does help, and I'm going to show you why it helps in this one right here. So let's head over there. It's quite a far drive, but this one's actually not too bad. I actually take that back, what I said before. I actually think this one's not too bad, because you could just take the highway back. But the only potential threat from getting this done would have to be maybe griefers. Okay, that's the only thing that could potentially mess you up. If griefers come after you, then I suggest just pay to have this setup done, because the setup is horrible. You don't want to do the setup, really. But yeah, that's sort of what I'm thinking with this setup. Don't do it if you get grief too much. Just pay for it to have it skipped. This would be the only setup I recommend you skip. But yeah. Okay, so you just about made it to the place now. If you have a weaponized vehicle, that's going to be very useful, but I am going to say this: the enemies here are very, well, not so hard to take out. There's only a couple really with railguns, but that's all you really need to be careful behind. There are some areas where you could hide, which is actually really good. Once you've hidden in those locations, you should be pretty eased to attack them all. You shouldn't have too much trouble attacking them, but you got to be careful. There are some people that still have railguns, and it's not good when you get shot down by one. But anyway, I've taken down everyone here. All you have to do now is just take down the tuner bog, or take the tuner bog, take it back to your facility, and you have completed the setup. Now, this will take a while. Okay, the tuner bog, this will take a while. The tuner bog is the slowest vehicle in the game, so this will take you a little while to actually get there. And also, please be careful. There are enemies that try and chase you down. If you get too close to them, you could end up blowing them up, and the more explosions you take, the worse your vehicle will get, because your vehicle could blow up from too much explosions and stuff. So be careful when you're driving this thing. You also want to be careful driving these things around in the traffic too, because these traffic ain't that good to participate towards the car blowing up. But hopefully you'll be all good with no cars blowing up in the process. But anyway, let's get this thing to the facility, and yeah, let's just try our best. Alright, now that we've completed this setup, okay, let's get started with the setup. So for this one, you're going to need the Vigilante and another vehicle. And this is personally what I would recommend. I think you should use the Vigilante and either the Barrage or the Insurgent Pickup Custom. So if you have those two vehicles, you're good. You're good. So we're going to go with this vehicle right here to start with. You want to pick the Vigilante to start with. Actually, you know what? I'm going to go to written. I want to make sure I actually have this vehicle so we all know I have it. Okay, where is this vehicle? The Insurgent. So it's let's see. Yeah, here we go. Insurgent Pickup Custom. I have one of those. Okay, so you want the Insurgent Pickup or the Barrage and the Vigilante. So let's start with the Vigilante first. If I can find it. Alright, give me a sec, guys. Okay, guys, I found the Vigilante. Let's go with the setup. I hope this guy will join me in my car. Let's get the setup done. Now, the easiest way I know how to do this setup in particular is, first of all, for the Vigilante, you're going to have to take out all the targets with the Vigilante's missiles. Then, once you've done that, you could take the Caterpillar, drive it to the location, and then call in your Insurgent or Barrage, whatever one you chose. Just choose one or the other. It's very easy. The Barrage, you don't have to pay an extra setup fee for the actual, making it your own, but with the Insurgent Pickup Custom, you get a lot more protection with it. Same thing, with the Barrage. But the point is, we got this. Anyway, let's get this guy in my car and let's head over there right now. Let's go. Now, another way people sometimes do this is they have all the people take out the targets and then they head over to the military base and have one person take the Caterpillar, but honestly guys, that's the worst way you could do it in my opinion. You're better off having someone in a gun that knows what they're doing. So now that you know that you got the gun and the car that you need, make sure you head over there, of course. Anyway, let's head over there right now and I'll show you guys what you're meant to do when you get over there. Guys, I've been studying these heists for years. Well, probably more. Probably about 1,000 times by now. But yeah, the point is, I know what I'm doing with this heist. So make sure you take my notes. Take some notes into what I do here. Because I know this heist very well. And people think this heist is very, very hard. Personally, I think it's easy. Because I obviously do it all the time. But the point is, it's not that necessarily too hard, not difficult, not nothing. Really. But anyway, let's get to this location. This location is all the way up in Polito Bay. See, having the one in Fort St. Kudo is probably one of the best locations for this one. But also Route 68 is also pretty good. Remember at the start of the whole thing, I told you what one you should buy? Make sure you go check out that video too. You really want to keep yourself moving. So if you're playing with a random, they can't really get out of your car. And as long as you keep going, you should be sweet. I just got to make sure I have my missiles out and ready to go. Oh, here we go. Right here. I see the guys right over here. Let's go around this corner and take out these cars. Okay, first one taken out. Second one taken out. Now we can focus on the ones in the middle a bit. We could just fan out. We don't really need to worry about these cars too much. Anyway, let's get in there and see if we could take out those targets. Very easy, very simple. As you can see, I've basically taken out all the targets right now, really. This is not hard at all. My god, that could have blown up my car easy. Okay, let's just finish these guys off. And even if this one is not really cooperative, you could still do this on your own, basically. You just have to make sure you get into the vehicle quickly. So hopefully this guy will... Yeah, he's not getting in. Alright, so what I need to do is I need to get over to this location right over here with the landing site. What I usually do here is I usually like to call in the vehicle as I'm driving. So just do that, I guess. Now, I want to say this right here, right now. That vehicle that he's using right now, completely useless. Don't even go to it, man. It's very useless. I would highly suggest you go either towards getting the Insurgent pickup on your way there, or just don't get in that vehicle. Just trust me, you don't want to get in that vehicle at all. But yeah, let's get this one done. Okay, so you can call in the thing once you've stopped. Okay, once you've stopped around about, say, here, call in the Insurgent Pickup Custom, and you are good to go. Just wait for the thing to come, and hopefully you will be sweet. Now, another weapon that could help is the explosive sniper rifle, if you have that, but you don't need it, okay? It's not a major necessary thing you need. So once you've got your guy in the gun, he should start shooting them, but the best ones to try and shoot down is just the helicopters. And if you don't upgrade the gun, trust me, do not upgrade the gun. Do not do it, because you could just use proximity mines instead. You will get these helicopters knocked down a lot more quickly, okay? These helicopters don't take much bullet resistance to like the non-upgraded version of the gun. But if you wanted to, you could use the proximity mines underneath your car. And I got them, as you can see, just down below my car. And as you can see, he took out those targets pretty quickly. Now, as long as he looks at the minimap, he should be able to see some more helicopters come by. And these helicopters will not be hard to take out. so far, this is basically it. This is basically all you need to do. You could even do this on hard mode, okay? So even with the vigilante, you could really knock out this thing pretty quickly, even though this is really time-consuming, this one, man. Very time-consuming. I do want to say there's one more thing what I got in my head. There is one point in this job where could help him out quite a bit, but he might get out of the vehicle. Knowing randoms, they're most likely to get out of vehicles when you get out. So if you have a friend, I'd highly suggest you do this with a friend. But what you could do is get out of a vehicle, and you could use a rocket launcher of some sort. You don't need to worry about guys. Like I said, you could use proximity mines, and usually you don't need to unlock it through research. Correct me if I'm wrong down in the comments, but I'm pretty sure you don't need it. Now, another thing you could do to help out, and this is just something I personally would just suggest doing, like as a driver, you could just use a whole lot of proximity mines and just start blowing them all up. It'll basically give the gunman no choice but to shoot down the helicopters and not the cars. And that's another thing for the gunman. Just let the guy destroy the cars. Wait, what is he doing? He's trying to aim for the wrong thing, I think. Now, guys, I'm actually playing this heist with a random. This is not like one of my friends on my buddies list. This is completely legit. I'm showing you guys from the perspective of a random playing this with me. Now, yeah, some people do try and get the cars knocked out, but I personally like to just blow them up myself with the proximity mines. Like I always say. Okay, I almost forgot to mention one more thing. Guys, go on these mountainsides. When you come over to here, make sure you try and come onto these mountainsides, because you could get some pretty decent shots from up here if you're the gunman. But yeah, get into these mountains as quick as you can. And this is an off-road vehicle, by the way. And that's why you'd probably want to get onto the mountains, and you're spending less time on the ground, and you can focus on those helicopters. Now, if you want to, you could go out of your car, like I'm doing right now, and get your missile launcher out. You could get anyone you want, and you could just blow up those cars. Now, be careful, because they can spot you, and they will shoot you. See? That's what I just destroyed that thing for him, and I saved him a bit of time doing that. Now, you see that Agent ULP sign down below me? That didn't go down that much, and we have been doing this for pretty long. Okay, this is one of the most legit methods I've actually seen other people use as well. Now, if you have two more people, sorry. Not just two people, but two more people would be so much useful for this, because if they have a insurgent, you can have two people firing at those things at the same time. So that would be an amazing way to try and complete this thing. And trust me, I have seen this job be one of the most stressful jobs to do in GTA 5 online. I will agree with that, because I never do it. I literally just skip the setup all the time, but I'm showing you guys today just so you know what I would do in this given situation. Now, I did forget to mention this, but you only get one shot at this when you have the vehicle right here. So you only really get one shot at this. So if you mess it up, you'll have to use the Chernobog, but if you don't, and just like that, We have completed them. These guys are all turning back. Now, all we need to do now is just wait for ULP to go to the location, which is the same location as in the last setup we did. Guys, this is basically the end of the video, but I'm going to wait till we get to the end. I'll see you guys when I get there. I'm just going to skip past this time. Okay, we are just about done. You can see them right there. Everything's gone off and we are done. So if you guys enjoyed this video, if you found it helpful in any sort of way, please let me know down in the comments. Leave a like, subscribe, please hit that subscribe button. We are coming close to 200 subscribers. I know we can smash that target. So we'll see you in the next one. Bye.